asking you when you were born.
Well, I was born in 1908.
In this part of the world?
Well, it's only to me rather interesting because actually then we lived at Stock Cross. And I was born at the end of April, and the day I was born there was such deep snow that my father had to go into Newbury with a wheelbarrow to get food.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Why a wheelbarrow? Because he couldn't
get in the road, you see, in 1908. And of course, there was the railways, you know, from Newbury to Lambourne. But I imagine perhaps it was Sunday and it wasn't running or something like that, yes. I don't remember that, but that's what I would tell.
And your maiden name was?
Pinckney.
I did remember that.
Yes.
And so, how long did you live at Stock Cross?
Well, 2 years. We moved to Hidden Cottage in 1910.
And then you haven't lived in Hungerford ever since? But...
Well, yes, we did. After we were married, we lived up in England for a very brief time and then down to Kintbury, which is where I want to go back, as you know. And then we moved here about this house 30 years ago, I suppose. Mm-hmm. My father left the land to me, so he left the house to my two sisters. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they sold it, and now that's it.
What how has Hungerford changed? I mean, it used to be quite rural, did it?
Oh, yes.
A market town.
A market town. And I expect I've told you this, but they used to have the hunt ball in Hungerford at the Corn Exchange. And people used to come in with carriages, and the horses were lined up while the dancing was on in the main street. I suppose they built sort of pens for them, and they brought their rugs and everything. Yes. And then the coachman used to go into the Three Swans while the bosses were dancing, and then, of course, after the dance, the carriages, and off they'd go home. I think it must have been lovely.
It's been wonderful.
Tip-topping away home about 2 in the morning.
When did they stop having fun?
I don't remember that. Well, of course they moved to Newbury. But I didn't go to them then, of course, but that is what I've always heard.
Probably went on between the wars, didn't it?
I think so. Yes.
The war stopped a lot of things, didn't it? And you think now it's become more urban?
Oh yes, oh yes. I used to go down to Hungerford in the pony cart, and I never got out of the pony cart, because of course everyone came to serve you. And then when we wanted to go to London or anything, we'd go down by the pony cart and leave the pony at Three Swans, and they'd look after it. We went up by train, and of course it was already harnessed for you when you came back. Peaceful.
And I suppose the shopkeepers delivered to you. You didn't have to
Oh yes.
bring it all back.
Oh no. Pratt and Bartholomew and something.
Now tell us something about the shops. Who was Mr. Pratt?
He was the butcher. Of course, Mrs. Pratt. She's still alive? She used to live in Canal Walk, didn't she? Quite recently.
Oh yes.
I rather think she's dead now. Miss Pratt the butcher, and Alexander's, of course, the grocers, the Spackman's was.
Nicol the hardware.
Nicol,
Yes,
yes.
Mrs. Pratt did die.
Yes.
Gladys Pratt.
That's right, yes. It was great, he started dating his 4 boys.
Did you have a fishmonger?
Yes. Wait a minute, what was his name? Remember. It'll come back in a minute. I don't think so.
But there weren't that many shops.
Oh no, just basic, very basic.
Then you had the Bridge Street and High Street, and the roads were they tarmacked or were they rough?
I shouldn't think so. I mean, I was thinking of what you might want to know, and I was thinking, I can remember all the women stone picking in the fields with their buckets, and they'd turn up the bucket with little heaps of flints, because those were the flints that they used to make the roads with.
Yes.
I mean, this was a flint road.
Then did they have people coming and bashing the flint, breaking
Yes,
up?
oh yes, flint, yes, oh
Yes.
yes, I remember the old man, again I can't remember his name, sitting by the side of the road with his mallet, a hammer, mallet, breaking up the flint.
It's flint happening, yes.
Maybe, that's right. Yes.
And so, going back to when you built this house, that sort of period,
Yeah.
how much building was there in Hungerford? Not much beyond that.
Not very much, barring, again, the none of, I think Atherton Crescent might have been there. Certainly not any out towards Priory or anything like that, no.
All that
No.
bit to the west.
So it's mostly the last sort of 20 years.
It's the Miss Pratts used to live at Priory, and of course they ran the gardens in Hungerford, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Do you remember Atherton Crescent as a cornfield?
No, only from pictures. I don't.
Joan Macy's father owned that land. She was telling us about that. What sort of, apart from the shops, what sort of trades were there? There was a blacksmith, presumably.
Oh yes, in the forge. And then there was another blacksmith in Eddington down the bottom there. And two blacksmiths, Higgins and Wiggins.
Higgins
and Wiggins.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I should think there was plenty of work for them, wasn't
Oh, I think there was. Yes, yes.
Most transports have.
By horse, yes.
there? And did you have thatchers?
Oh yes.
Because that's a trade that's disappeared.
Yes, yes. Well, it's coming back, isn't it?
Coming back,
It's coming
now.
back a lot,
Yes.
yes. Yes.
What about post?
Oh, I'll tell you a story about the postman. There was a postman called Hunt, and he lived in Eddington, where the flats are now. And he used to, I often took my horse to be shod at the Elkett Forge. And when he and the horse was being shod, I would go and have a cup of coffee with the Jeff Sampson's mother who lived there. And above the mantelpiece was a horn, blowing horn, about that long. So I said to her one day, look, do tell me, because post horn is longer.
Morning.
Post,
Right.
this horn was about, 2 foot long, I suppose. Now, after all, a hunting horn is only about 1 foot, and a post horn is about 3 feet. She said it belonged to the postman who lived in Eddington, and he used to walk from Eddington via Newtown, Wickham, along to Elkett, where the forge was, and then he'd delivering letters, and then he'd work all afternoon in the garden up there, and then in the evening he'd walk back the same villages, and he'd blow this horn before he got to the village for the people to bring their letters out.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Which I thought was very interesting.
Yes.
Hunt, yes, his name was, I think, it was in Eddington. Yes.